Germany is heading into a lockdown to save Christmas. We've got an update on Germany's second lockdown. In this video, we will discuss the German lockdown that is being imposed to combat a coronavirus second wave, in order to save Christmas from the pandemic, and permit travel again. But first, we want to thank you for joining us. Find us on all the other social media channels, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and click that bell, to get notified when we release a new video. We also appreciate your likes and comments below, as it helps to support our channel. With the upswing infection rate, Germany has announced a new partial lockdown, starting on the 2nd of November, to a safe Christmas. Although restrictions will be in place, the borders will remain open. The idea would be for the lockdown to run for most of November in order to get some control of the situation, so people can spend time with family at Christmas. The new lockdown is a less intense version of the measures put in place in March, that brought society and economy to a standstill. Chancellor Angela Merkel said in a press conference, "We are in a very serious situation. We must act, and now, to avoid an acute national health emergency. If infections continue at this rate, we will be at the limits of the capacities of our health system," she said. That is why this is a difficult day today, also for political decision makers. I want to say this explicitly, because we know what we are putting people through. Germany is aiming to interrupt the infection dynamics quickly, so that no far-reaching restrictions are necessary during the Christmas period, according to the report. Families and friends should be able to meet each other even under corona conditions during the Christmas season. This requires a joint effort now, as was the case in spring. A far-reaching lockdown throughout Germany would apply throughout the next month, from November 2nd, until the end of the month. On Wednesday, the Robert Koch Institute for Disease Control reported 14,964 new COVID-19 infections within 24 hours. There have been 10,183 reported deaths in Germany since the start of the pandemic. The government will impose new contact restrictions. It would mean people could only meet others from one other household, in public throughout Germany. Unnecessary travel is strongly discouraged. Celebrations, or gatherings in public places, or in homes, would not be allowed. Meetings in public will be restricted to just 2 households, of up to a total of 10 people. Restrictions for specific businesses are as follows. Hotels. Domestic tourist accommodation would be banned during the lockdown period. It means overnight accommodation in Germany would only be offered for necessary and expressly non-tourist purposes. Bars and restaurants. Hospitality establishments, such as restaurants, bars, cafes, and similar venues, would close, except for deliveries and collection of food for takeaway. Leisure facilities. Entertainment events would not be allowed throughout Germany. Theaters, opera venues, and concert halls would close. The same rule applies to recreational and amateur sports activities, plus all sports facilities, including swimming pools, fitness studios, and similar venues. Fairs, cinemas, and amusement parks would also shut. Nursing homes and churches. Nursing home residents will be allowed to receive visitors. Church services and protests will be allowed to continue due to constitutional concerns. Schools, daycare centers, and shops remain open. Schools and kindergartens will remain open. However, states should introduce further protective measures in these areas. Shops will remain open, with 1 customer allowed per 10 square meters. Angela Merkel promised that firms hit by the new measures would receive economic support. Companies with up to 50 employees, and the self-employed, will receive 75% of their income in support. We will compensate affected companies, institutions, and clubs, she said. According to media reports, a total of €10 billion, or $11.8 billion, has been earmarked for support. Larger companies will be reliant on EU rules for assistance, and this will vary from company to company. Emergency loans will be made available for self-employed workers, such as artists and stagehands, while small businesses, with less than 10 employees, will gain access to very cheap loans. The federal government has so far enjoyed favorable support for the measures put in place to tackle the pandemic, and Germany has fared relatively well, compared to many of its European neighbors. However, the public mood has been shifting, and criticism among the population of government-ordained measures is on the rise. Germany has seen anti-lockdown protests in recent months. What are your thoughts on these new measures? Should this be adopted in the UK? Comment below. If you need assistance with a visa to Europe or the UK, including help with securing your travel arrangements, IAM can help. For visa advice, contact your IAM visa coordinator. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell for more travel and visa updates.